Welcome to Court Cam HQ, where justice unfolds before your eyes. Today, we take you inside the courtroom where Judge David Fleischer confronts defendants who've broken the law and their promises. You'll witness a judge losing patience with reckless driving, street racing, bail bond violations, bonds being revoked on the spot, and defendants facing the real consequences of their actions. This is raw, unfiltered justice. No editing, no scripts, just the powerful reality of our legal system at work. Stay with us as tensions rise and the gavel comes down.
All right, let's roll, nerds. He picked up another case.
Yeah, I was made aware of that.
We haven't done PC on it. I don't know anything about it. So coming up, Mr. Villasana. Oh, okay. I took away your privilege to drive because of the cases that you had picked up. You came here asking, please, please, I can't do anything. I want to drive. And now you've picked up a reckless driving.
I know you're on the
Stop.
Don't say anything.
Let me express my disappointment, Mr. Villasana. I have repeatedly asked you to abide by bond conditions, in so much that I ordered you not to drive recklessly, race, anything of this nature. And now another reckless driving.
I told you, this is not the.
And just,
That's it for trial. This is not the day for you to make any comments concerning the new law violation.
we are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir. Okay, so if you don't mind reading what happened on the newest case, please.
Yes, Judge. On April 25th, 2025, in Orange County, Texas, a law enforcement officer was informed of a street takeover and observed, went to the location and observed the defendant performing donuts in the parking lot in the middle of a crowd of people and vehicles. The van included approximately 5 donuts within a crowd of 150 vehicles, and he got within 10 feet of striking vehicles and people inside the pit of the takeover. The law enforcement officer held the vehicle, leave the location, initiated a traffic stop, and identified the defendant.
So they locate what about the vehicle now?
They saw him from the depths. They saw him doing donuts, and they saw him leave the location, and they followed behind him, and they initiated the traffic stop.
This is not.
Mr. Villasana, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case, and I'm now ordering you not to drive. If I find that you drive, and I don't care what it is, I can have a contempt hearing. You can be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you drive. Because you did the exact thing I asked you not to do repeatedly. I am now revoking your bond as well, and I'm putting you in jail.
Can I say something now?
You cannot.
That's a
You
lie.
say something to me in this year and out that year, third case.
That's a lie, though. What they said I did,
Stop.
it's a lie.
Look at 5,003 on the first two. 5,003 on both.
On both cases.
5,003 on the theft, and then 5,003 on the racing. Did he get a PR bond on the reckless? Do you know? Let me see.
It's on bottom there, right?
Yeah, no, he paid a surety bond. He got a surety bond on that one. Okay, I'm gonna leave that one as is. The newest one I'll leave as is. The other ones,
5,000 and 5,000. Okay.
was this at night?
Judge, looks like it was.
So, hey, Roxanne, on Mr. Villasana, no drugs, no alcohol. I'm putting him on a curfew with a GPS monitor so he's not out at night, 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. No driving, no weapons.
Consider it house arrest.
I don't know. I mean,
Judge, I would object to the house arrest. house arrest is not reserved for people accused with felony offenses.
Yeah, I mean, I, at least let's not have him out in the middle of the night, at night, and then a scram on the other one so he's not drinking. And then I think that's it. And then we'll pay the fees for everything as well.
Which
Okay.
case we had, that's on record?
He paid his surety.
On the record?
No, on the, oh yeah, on the reckless, yeah.
On the record, it's
Yeah.
surety, but the racing, you got race on the,
Yeah, that's why we're working the first two, 5,003, and then, okay?
Okay.
Thank you so much for
Thank you,
coming.
Dave.
I know that you're busy upstairs and it's a little bit more high maintenance, so thanks. Hopefully now's the,
2,000 years later.
if you bring your client up, we need to have him sign.
He did already. He signed already.
Oh, you did? Okay, did you say? Okay, come on up. One day, it may not be today, may not be tomorrow. One day, you're going to say, why didn't I get that thing done? You had the opportunity to get this thing dismissed, and now you will end up taking, now you will end up taking a conviction. This will go on your record. It will be there for the rest of your life. Even after you die, it's still going to be there. The next time you get pulled over, first thing an officer does, they're going to look at your record. They see this DWI, they roll up to your window, they smell alcohol or dope. It's probably not going to go well. Do you understand? From now on, what we're doing today, no more proverbial slaps on the wrist. It's a minimum of 30 days in jail. Any new cases that you pick up, not to mention that, you pick up another DWI, it's a surcharge of around $6,000. And if you don't pay it, every $100 you owe, you will sit 1 day in jail. Do you understand? You're giving up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you accept this agreement, like I said, this will go on your record. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. There is also a $3,000 surcharge that tacks onto this. Is your client indigent, Mr. Boyer?
It appears because he's not been able to even pay the attorney's fees. So I believe it is.
What do you do for a living?
I'm self-employed, I do wood fencing.
You're allowed to make mistakes, Mr. Soto.
Yeah.
But when you make mistakes that you endanger other people's lives, we really rain down on you and we bring the pain. So if you want to get lit, if you want to have 32 beers, 52 shots of tequila, don't get into a car. For $40, one button will take you wherever you want to go. Do you understand? Have you pleaded to this offense guilty? You're not guilty. I'm going to find you guilty. I'm going to sentence you to 3 days in jail, give you credit for the 2 days that you've done. I'm going to suspend your license for 180 days. I'm now going to waive the $3,000 fee that would normally apply to you. But I'm going to tell you, you come back with another one. It's a minimum of 30 days in jail and a $6,000 fee. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Good luck. Please see the clerk.
12 sleepless hours later.
Morning, Mr. Coates.
Good morning, sir.
How are you?
Iffy.
You're here because we had to issue a warrant.
Yes, sir.
It's the only way we get to see you. We asked you to do things. You told us you were going to do things, promised us you were going to do things, yet
Half that reasoning is on my aunt because she is my ride to most of these things. And she couldn't help me out. I got into it with her, with my sister, over some money issues. Because remember when I was working at Dave's? So after that, she was like, you got to leave, because she wasn't trying to hear nothing I was saying. And I wasn't being disrespectful or
I
anything.
wouldn't want to either. But
But
it looks like you're already starting to blame everybody else.
I'm not like,
But you are.
yes, sir,
At the end of the day, it's all
on me.
on you. When you have the heart, when you have the will, you can do damn near anything. If you really wanted to, you could find a bus, could call a friend, could take an Uber.
It's hard when you're watching two kids, sir, and working. I was watching two kids, my baby brother and the kid that's mine, but not mine. And I'm working. And also, we had a deal on me doing my GED. I was working on that. There is proof for that. Literally.
We don't have proof of anything.
The other lawyer, that other lady that was in here, I forgot her name, but she was seeing somebody else. That was my first court-appointed lawyer. She has that proof. She showed y'all that the first time.
That was before you got on probation, dude. You're supposed to continue with it.
Before I got on probation, I thought I was on deferred. This was while I was on deferred. The deferred deal was if I did that, I was getting off of that in 3 months. That's exactly what you told me, sir. I'm not lying. I'm not trying to bring nothing back. I'm not trying to argue. I understand where I'm wrong.
I get it. I get it.
You know what I
The
mean?
problem is, in this world, you're only as good as the proof that you have. If you don't have proof, you have nothing. So you tell me this, you tell me that. I ask and I have staff that tells me, okay, this is what he's done. This is what he's not done. He hadn't even shown up once. You didn't even show up once. Did you get your offender identification card? That's the first thing that you got to do when you even get on a deferred. You literally done nothing. So what now? I truly don't know how to go forward. So what I would like to do is do a TRAS. This is an evaluation to see where we go from here.
Wednesday.
I'm going to expedite it so you don't just sit there. We have the TRAS set for Wednesday. I'd like you to talk to them to see how we go forward, and they'll give us an analysis, and they'll, talk to you, see where you are in life, what's gone on, and give us a better indication of how to go forward. But I just don't know.
I'm trying to lose my job. I just found a good job. I'm learning this, what's on your table, that marble, I'm learning how to cut that and polish that. Like, it's a good job. Like, I understand I was supposed to do these things. Like, I've missed these things, and it's no apology could fix that, of course. But again, there was a lot going on in life. It's no excuse. It's no excuse to what I was supposed to do, and I knew I was supposed to do it. But it was a lot going on in life. My auntie was half the reason of me being a ride. She was my ride, and I don't have that ride. So now everywhere I do go, I do need the Metro now, which is not no deal, because now I'm doing this on my own. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't got to worry about kids. I ain't got to worry about no other jobs. I really wasn't, though, sir. I really wasn't. I was having resources. I was having y'all help me out with this, too. There's probably no proof there with that, but I was.
Be that as it may, I'm doing this TRAS. I'm going to try to get it done as quick as possible. I'm going to try to get the results as quick as possible to see how we go forward, because I just don't know.
Can I have a bond?
I did set you a bond. I always set you a bond. I don't hold people at no bond. Very, very few instances can I really legally hold someone at no bond. But it would be foolish for me to just think that let you out and hope that it happens again.
I
Because
really don't like coming in here. You ain't gonna see me no more. I know you can't just do it, because again, what I already did puts an image out on me that I'm not gonna do anything for it. Like,
not
I understand.
It's reality. Perception is reality.
Yes, sir.
So we'll set you for Wednesday. I'm not going to set you. You want to set it for Friday?
Yes.
We'll set it for Friday. Hopefully we'll have a good roadmap of how to go forward on that day. And in between, we have Sean here to help you out. You can always talk to Sean. He's great for whatever you may need. And then I'll see you back on Friday.
Judge Bond's set at what, 10,000 right now?
It's set at codes.
How long a time I'm looking at if none of this go through?
Year.
A whole year? Great.
The reason I have it the amount that I do is because of his multiple non-appearances, multiple bond violations. I have at least probably 3 different times he failed to appear. As far as bond violations, I have,
2 of those.
yeah, 2 bond violations. So, and now a motion to adjudicate. So I really think that just bond is appropriate as how it's set now. See you Friday.
A few moments later.
Good morning, Ms. Santos. Ma'am, you're charged with assault causing bodily injury. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
Yes.
Oh, no, it's an assault of a family member,
Yes, sir.
right? Okay, yeah, sorry.
On April 21st, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, officers were dispatched from an assault and progress call. The officer arrived and made contact with the complaining witness, who stated that the defendant and him are in a dating relationship. The witness stated that the defendant caught him watching pornography and got angry. The complaining witness stated that the defendant started to argue with him, and that's when the complaining witness tried to leave the defendant and bit him in the chest, causing pain. The complaining witness advised that the complaining witness trashed the apartment and would not let him leave. The defendant admitted to trashing the apartment and stated that she was upset because she found naked women on the complaining witness's computer.
Okay. Ms. Santos, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. There's a protective order that has been issued in this case. I would get to know it. If you do something to violate the protective order, the state can and probably will file a violation of protective order against you. It's one of the worst cases you can pick up. Do we know whether he wants to have contact with her? State.
Just a moment, Your Honor. So we've not been in contact with the complaining witness yet, Your Honor.
No,
We've
okay.
attempted to reach out.
I don't know if he wants to have contact with you, so until I know, I'm ordering you not to have any contact with him. You're also not to be in possession of weapons. Do you understand, man? If you violate these conditions, a warrant for your arrest will be issued. You will go into custody and you will have bonds. Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer?
Yes.
Okay. I can appoint you a lawyer today. So what I'll do is I'll have you go to Victoria Center, reset. After that, I'm going to have you take a seat in the jury box. We will create bond conditions for you. Do not leave until you sign them, and then we'll have you talk to a lawyer shortly, miss. Please, I already have them.
1 million, zillion, jillion, dillion, cotillion times later.
How you doing, Your Honor?
Man,
I was just appointing Mr. Walker this morning. Judge, I just spoke with my client. It seems like, I was trying to figure out, so is the board asking him to come back in 2 weeks or?
yeah.
Okay.
Come up, Mr. Walker. Shh.
The reason why I'm asking, Judge, is because I spoke to my client. It seems like his younger brother was murdered 3 days ago. So his whole family is dealing with a lot of grief and funeral planning. He's trying to be there for his family emotionally. So I'm not sure how long this grieving process is going to last, but right now.
I don't know about any of this. I have a lot of people that tell me things. All I know is that you've not been working. I don't want you using, and I just want you to be productive. That's all I want. I'm not asking you to split the atom, do anything crazy. Just be an upstanding person. That's all I'm asking. I get that you may be grieving, but the world your life doesn't go on hold forever. You need to continue and work and do life. Does anyone rely on you? Do you have kids?
My kids rely on me.
How many kids you got?
I got 4 kids.
4 kids? When's the last time you've had a job?
I was just working, but I got my license. My license got suspended. So I can't drive a box truck without my license, sir.
Those 4 kids don't stop eating because your license got suspended. They don't stop getting clothes on their back because you got your license suspended. Their lives go on. They continue to eat 3 times a day. They still need clothes. That's why.
Judge, maybe I was wondering if there's like an alternative solution we could do, like maybe if he could send me proof that maybe he's taken an effort to look for work, but
The
not.
other thing
not
is
come to
this,
work.
is that I want to drug test you because
That's fine.
I'm ordering you and I don't want you to be using illegal drugs while you're on these. All I'm asking is that you be productive. That's all I want, especially if you have 4 little mouths that depend on you. It's not fair to them.
Yes, Your Honor.
You know what I mean? That's why.
But my little brother just got killed, so I'm grieving right now. I hear what you, I get what you're saying too. You
I
gotta
understand you're
it.
grieving,
Where I'm coming from
but
too.
they still need to eat.
They taken care of though. They're taken care of. No, I don't know what that's.
So it does seem like my client has some type of like custody rights. Maybe he has a right to visitation, but he doesn't provide for them. So it seems like they're being taken care of, Judge. I understand that my client wants to be productive.
You are man enough to have 4 children, then you are man enough to work and provide for those kids. No one else should have to take care of those kids.
Yes, Your Honor.
And that's just the bottom line. So I'm bringing him back in 2 weeks, and I want to see what you have done to get a job.
So what if my brother's funeral on that day? So you want me to come to
I
court?
will give you the day after. I'll give you a couple days after. It's not a big deal. I will let you pick the day, Mr. Walker.
Or could my client send me proof and I can show you, Judge, that he is applying to places or making an effort to get employment, so therefore he
I'm gonna
can
drug
stay
test.
with him?
I'm gonna drug test him. So look, I'll give you 3 weeks. It's not a big deal, but I just want a real concerted effort. That's it. I'm not asking for much. Okay, thanks. 3 weeks.
Many, many minutes later.
All right, good morning, Mr. Narcisse. So you're charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
On April 20th, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, a law enforcement officer was dispatched to a disturbance of a weapon call at a hotel. The hotel staff said an unidentified third party alerted them that the defendant had a weapon. The defendant was detained, and a witness told the law enforcement officers the defendant had a backpack behind a bush prior to the law enforcement officers' arrival. The backpack was recovered, and a handgun was found in the backpack. The defendant is currently 19 years old.
You like Skip. How do they know the backpack was his? What was he doing wrong?
There was a witness, Your Honor, that stated that they saw the defendant hide the backpack behind a bush, and the hotel staff was able to identify the defendant as the individual they were told had a gun. And that's when the officer.
Was he just standing while black or something? What's he doing wrong?
They were just alerted.
No. I'm gonna find no probable cause in your case, Mr. Narcisse. Be careful, man. So many out there out to get you, put you down. You know, you're 19. Do something with your life. Don't become a statistic. Hang tight for me.
A few moments later.
Judge, I have Miss Aristelsi on the docket, and she had the drug test on Friday. She was rolled to today, and it came back negative, Judge.
Yes, sir. It came back something negative.
Well,
And Judge, I've submitted the DWI PTI application and the character letters. I'm just waiting to hear back.
fantastic. Great job.
Trying to.
That's awesome. No, great. That makes me very happy. That's awesome. Good job. So just keep it up. One day at a time, you know? And we all get stressed out. I have a friend that punches trees when he gets so upset, right? His calcified knuckle looks like it's gross, but that's what he does. Everybody has an out. Find it.
Trust me,
Something
your head is in my mind
something-
every time.
like productive, you know, helping perhaps exercise. That's what I do. I have 4 kids. They drive me up the freaking wall every single day, but I run. That's how I deal with it. Great job. So, you wanna,
Maybe get a standard reset, Judge, and
sure, you're gonna get tested again, so just be careful, right?
we can
Just,
schedule the T-Rise now, but she's not been approved yet. I guess we might want to wait for her to be approved, or?
yeah, I'd probably say so, because now we're seeing a lot more denials than ever.
Oh, we are? Okay.
So, yeah, I don't wanna,
Put the cart before the horse. Right.
yeah, can we wait the fee on that?
They'll have to do like a financial affidavit and all that.
Just the way the fee on the T-Rise?
Oh, I can wait the fee on the
Okay,
TRS.
please, yeah. Let's wait regardless, because I don't want you to have to go through this whole dog and pony show if not. So let's set it like 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Sure.
And then we'll come back and we'll see if it's.
See if we get a response. Okay, I'll do that, Judge. Can you just have her take?
Thank you, Judge. My son follows you on TikTok. I don't want him to see me out there.
Just take a seat real
Thank
quick.
you.
Hey, Judge, I have one more. This is an off docket. If I can give you the cause number.
That's all for today on Court Cam HQ. If you were shocked by what you just witnessed, hit that like button and subscribe to see more unfiltered courtroom moments. The justice system isn't always pretty, but it's always real. Drop your thoughts in the comments about today's cases. Did the Judge David Fleischer make the right calls? Should some defendants have received another chance? Let us know below. Turn on notifications so you never miss when justice is served. Until next time, court is adjourned.